Namaste all. Today, welcome to the second session of Achievements of Bharat, and today's topic is uh, Culture of Bharat. The topic is vast ocean because there is nothing in nutshell that can actually describe the culture of our country. So this is just an attempt. So India's culture is among the world's oldest culture. So civilizations in India began about 4,500 years ago. So this is what we have seen in our earlier video as well. So many sources describe it as Sapratama Samskriti Vishwavara. So the first and supreme culture of the world. So that is about our culture. That is what is being explained. So let's go into the next slide. What forms the basis of our culture? So let's look into that one. So it is our spirituality. So the complete concept of a family, what we believe is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, the concept where one accepts the entire universe as his or her family, seeking spirituality in everything and acceptance are the basis of our rich culture. Our family system, that is where we learn the basic lessons of culture. Our parents, elders, and teachers who will teach us these great values are the basis of our rich culture of Bharat. Another important aspect to consider is environment. So, unlike the Western geography, Indian subcontinent, the environment is completely different. Though the parts of our country may have deep and harsh winters and very rough summers, but the rest of the country will have a normal balanced environment, and most of the time we receive maximum daylight. It is one or other celebration. It is either one or other celebrations that will be happening in our surrounding. So when we go out, somebody is celebrating some festival or something, some temple, there will be a jatra or something that one we see each and every day. So this environment itself will uh, have a great influence on our culture. The very basic thing, what you will notice about an Indian is saying namaste or namaskar. So this is now universally accepted because of the pandemic situations. And what does this mean? So it is I bow to the divinity, to the divine in you. So there is so many things about the culture to say. So I may not be able to say everything, but some typical or something unique that one would like to explain. So the first and foremost is this namaste or the namaskar. So it means that I bow to the divine to you. So our culture says that there is a divinity in everything and in everybody, and that is something to be respected. That's why we say namaskar, slightly bowing our head while greeting. We'll say namaste, and with our head will be little bit bowed toward the person whom we are saying namaste and all. So this is one of the unique aspect of our culture, the saying namaste. So this one you don't find anywhere in the world. What other cultures? So this list, it is not only, this is not a finite list. So we cannot say that these are the only cultures. So these are some of the typical culture activities that we do every day. So or else we would have observed that one. This is very one small list. So I will not go in detail of everything, but some of these things I will just touch upon, and which one you will be already knowing. So touching elders' feet. So during any festival or when you meet your elders, or you will usually touch your feet. So what it is, why it is. So it's ego suppression. So it's a gesture indicates respecting the age and the experience. So we do it for our elders, fathers, mother, great grandfathers, uncles, aunts. So it is just we are saying that our ego, we are not something very great or something. So ego is something which will destroy human being. So it is a suppression. It's our ego suppression. And the one is worshipping of the cow. So you would be wondering that also why the cow should be worshipped. So the Lord Himself has taken the avatars of fish, tortoise, lion, wild boar, etc. And all. Why we are not worshipping those animals, and why only cow is being worshipped. So it is not the religious aspect over here. It is what we are saying that on the cow has to be worshipped over here. So it is the basis of our agriculture. It is the cow. So earlier, where there was even now also in the India is a land where agriculture is practiced widely. So it is a highest GDP contributor as well. So where every farmer may not have a tractor or he cannot afford that one as well. So most of the things in those households even today, so what they have is a cow. So cow. So this is the gratitude that we show on the cow for the good things that is bestowing it on us. So this cow is a supreme mother, and we all are its children by drinking its milk. So we should have that gratitude, what a child will have towards a mother. So that's the reason of worshipping the cow. And you may also see that when there is, so we usually sit down on the floor and eat food, and that too we eat the food with the fingers. So this is a scientifically proven method, and it is the best method to have a food. And typical Indian food needs to be felt by touching, and while eating you may have to touch. So for example, you're eating dosa, roti or something, so eating it in a spoon may be very difficult, or it may not give that same experience as well. So sitting on the floor and having the food with the entire family will give an immense pleasure and happiness for everybody in the family. So that is very important. And you would have gone to some places where there are, it is called as holy rivers or ponds. So when you visit a holy pond or a river, what we do is we will first take some water from that pond or from that river and sprinkle it before we dip our leg into that, or feet inside that river. So this is to show our gratitude towards that river. So because without that river we wouldn't have been existed. So you know that one. So how a river, in our previous video also you would have seen that one. So Indus Valley civilization, so the civilization itself was formed on the banks of the river. So rivers are cradles of civilization. So these, because of the rivers only, we are the human beings are surviving, because the water is a very basic minimum thing that is required. And the last one, so what I've written over here is that also Atiti Devo Bhava. So we have to respect the guests. So this is what is written in our Vedas and Upanishads as well. So respecting the guests who will visit us and treating them well. So that is what it will exhibit our culture. So how cultured you are. So that will show how you behave with others, the people who are come out from the other places. So how we behave with others and how we make them feel. That is what shows what actually we are. So that's about the some of these cultures only. There are lots about this one. So I recommend you guys exploring this one much more and understanding why do we do all these things. Go to the next slide. So the various dance forms and the theater forms, that is also part of our culture. So what are those? So there are so many forms of dance, but there are 8 classical dances which are classified as Indian classical dances and find a mention in the Hindu Sanskriti text, Natya Shastra. So, what are they? So, that is the Bharatanatyam. Bharatanatyam is a form of a dance which is from Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. So Kathakali is from Kerala, and Kathak is one of the form from north, west, and central India. And Mohiniyattam is one more form of a dance which is from Kerala. Kuchipudi is from Andhra Pradesh. Odissi is from Odisha. There is a Manipuri form of a dance that is from the Manipur. So there is another different form of a dance in Assam that is called as a Satriya. So this is about dance, and let's go to the theater forms. There are various theater forms as well. So there is something called as a Kudiyattam. That is Kudiyattam, which is something in Kerala. Yakshagana is from Karnataka. There is something called Swang, which is in Haryana, Rajasthan, and Uttar Pradesh. Band Pater, which is a theater form in Kashmir, and Baung is from Assam. So there is something called as a Tamasha, so that is a theater form of Maharashtra, and Tirukuttu, which is in Tamil Nadu. So Jatra is something which is in the southern Bihar and the Odisha, and there is something called as a Bawai in Gujarat and Kutch. So there are various different forms. So I think it is good that you guys explore some of these forms and understand so which part this particular dance form in India belongs to, or what type of dance form. There are, for example, there is a Lavanis also. That is also a dance which is practiced in Maharashtra. The next one. So this is something very interesting, the festivals. So there are more festivals than the calendar actually. So in India, so if we have in a year we have 365 days, we definitely have more than that festival. So why these festivals? So the festivals brings joy and peace, and most importantly, it breaks the daily routine of life. So every day it will not be same. So there is one day where we'll take oil bath and we'll light lamps, or we'll have a different type of a food. So that brings a change in the life, and it is something you feel good. There are many festivals that are celebrated in India, include national, religious, and seasonal festivals. The principal reason for of so many festivals in India, all connected to the Hindu culture and are synchronized with the religious, economic, and the crop patterns in the agricultural economy. So the festivals like Baisakhi, the festivals like Sankranti, and all these things are which are connected with the crop patterns. So now I will not go into detail of every festival. So just some of the key festival like Deepavali. So this is something which is celebrated throughout India. So we light lamps. What does it signify? It is welcoming of the positivity in life, and it is celebrated on an Amasya. What it will symbolize is the victory. It's a victory of good over the bad. So this is the Deepavali and Holi. Holi is one where you will play with colors. So this is season change from winter to summer. And at this time, so usually how we will be in winter, we'll be sitting in a corner, we'll not be that active or anything. So during this Holi, what we will do? We play song, we dance, we put colors on each other, and all these things will eliminate the tardiness or the laziness that is caused by the winter. This will demand a lot of physical movement. You have to go to somebody's house and put the color, and when they are putting the color, you have to run away from there. So all these things involve a lot of physical activity. So this is, you are breaking away the tardiness or the laziness that is caused during the winter for a couple of months, which was there, and you are coming out of that one, and you are welcoming a summer. And another list of festivals, it is called in a different places as a different names. So that is Makar Sankranti, Pongal, Lohiri, Uttarayan, Magi, Bihu, and all these things. So contrary to the popular belief, Makara Sankranti is not only a Hindu festival but actually a universal phenomenon, because it is purely based on the science of astronomy and crop cycle, which is not limited to any particular religion. So basically, it is a celebration of the revival of the sunlight, solar energy, and the positivity. So solar energy is always connected to the positivity, and This is the when it is the Uttarayan starts, the sun starts to move um, so from the south to the north. So that is what we see it as we see it. So this is what the positivity into our lives, and it coincides with the harvest season as well. So the days will start becoming longer from in the Uttarayan. So from the day of Makar Sankranti, you will see the days becoming longer and longer and longer. So the next another one is that Yugadi. So this is celebrated in Karnataka and uh, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, and all. So we tilt on the earth. Earth renders the northern. There will be the tilt on the earth renders the northern hemisphere to receive the highest amount of sun's energy. So this is when the highest amount of sun's energy will start receiving. The earth will start receiving from here. This whole planet is solar powered. So our entire planet is a solar powered. The main source of energy for this planet is the sun, and our body is just a piece of this planet. So this transmission of receiving of high energy from sun is something which is celebrated. So that is the Yugadi. So this is also called as a beginning of the year. Okay, there are much more to discuss about the culture. So it may consist of our food, the family, music, and the celebrations, and a lot more. So what we encourage you to explore this aspect and understand this, which is very very interesting. So with that, we come to an end of this video. So thank you very much for watching. We will have a follow-up session to discuss about this. So please share your feedback on this video, and when we discuss over it, or you can also send it to our WhatsApp groups. So thank you. Thank you very much.